back, guys, to the From the Depths live stream. I'm trying to restart it right now. There we go. For some reason, the stream ended up breaking. I'm not sure what happened, but to catch you up, I am working on building a better engine for this ship because the two engines that we had here before were not really cutting it. So I just put a bunch of carburetors on it in hopes to increase the power. There we go. Bring this hopefully to 5,000. I can put some superchargers on it. This will be a very powerful engine. So let's get as many of these as superchargers as we can. It's taking a lot of resources for this engine, but we are getting over 5,000 energy out of 5,000 power generation out of this, and it's very bulky too. An alternative to a carburetor enforces. Yep. Let's see if I can. So this is our engine, very poorly designed in my opinion. I would have liked to build a better engine, but you know, this thing can only do so much. Okay, you know what, that's fine. For now, I mean, it gives us 5,000, so I can finally put in hopefully some more resource gatherers. Right now we have 4. I want to increase the production of resources for our ship here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure that fits. Here we go. I'm gonna probably line the. I'll just probably put a roof on here, and we can put down some more. Let me see if I can break this real quick. I'm gonna make sure we can put down some more resource gatherers and start working on a fleet. Hey, welcome to the stream. Well, the thing with the engine, I made it very fuel efficient because I don't have a lot of fuel at the moment. But I could put some fuel injectors into the engine and like increase the power by a whole lot. Right now, it's basically just trying to cool down the cylinders here, keeping them at 5 degrees Celsius. Really low. I could probably take out half of these carburetors and go straight with injectors. So we were at like 5,000 before. If we put in a few injectors, we're probably going to increase the power by a whole bunch. Carburetor cylinder. Okay, so I'll delete these. I'll put these up right here. And I'll remove this top row and direct fuel injectors into the cylinders, which should, in theory, increase our engine power by a whole bunch. So we went from 5,000 straight to 6,000, but our fuel seems like it can handle it, but now these cylinders are probably going to overheat a little bit faster and can possibly explode our engine. Yes, the engines can overheat and explode in this game. That's why I don't want to do too much. If fuel injectors force the fuel straight into the engine, and if you put too much in, it might overheat. I can add exhaust, but really, I'm not more of an exhaust guy because it takes up space, and trying to make I can make a very efficient space one, where you can use exhausts to relieve heat. But really, I think this will do fine. It did decrease the size and increase the fuel capacity, but it's going to be draining our fuel supplies a lot more. And right now, our current fuel setup in this game, yeah, Hey, welcome, Wings. Our fuel system, I cannot... Okay, so this is our fuel processor, and this is our fuel storage. Probably should put in a little bit more fuel storage, don't you think? That's what I'm doing right now, actually. I just put in a little bit more fuel storage. Now we're up to 58,000. I don't know if you can see. But down there in the corner, where all these stats are, it's now 58,000 fuel. This is our whole refinery system that we have right here. And so I don't really want to mess with this because I don't know how to do the fuel refinery yet. But I do know how to do an engine, so we're getting more power and we're going to start gathering some more resources is what's next on my agenda. So let me just fill in this space. Perfect, I just filled in that. And we'll put some resource material gatherers, and we'll put a few of these on the wall. 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we're losing. No, we can put in a whole bunch more. So let's turn these around, and we still have tons of power to fuel all this. Oh wow. Okay, now we're losing some power. But now we have like around, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 of them, which is pretty good for now. So now we have about like 10 material gatherers, and we should eventually collect enough materials to start building our own ship. This satellite dish is pretty bad. It only gives us this area of range on our map to see things. I think the first ship we're gonna build is a satellite balloon. So let's work on a satellite balloon, actually. So let's go over here, and we're going to go into our inventory. We're going to do a new object, and it's going to be a vehicle. So where's that wood block that I just placed? I placed it somewhere. It's on the map, probably. Oh, that's it? Okay. Now let's use this tractor beam right here to select that vehicle. Select this vehicle and put it super far out so we can build on it. I don't know if it's selected it or not. But that's our little new vehicle right there. Just a piece of wood block. I already said it. What's up, Wings? But I'm going to start building a balloon, or a satellite balloon, because we don't have any good coverage of any of the enemies that are nearby. That will probably send some ships our way, and we don't have a fleet, or a navy, or an air force yet, and we have to really work on one before enemies start coming our way, you know what I mean? Select this vehicle, hold distance. See if I can, right now it's just a wooden block, but I really wish it was out here, so, put it on the map real quick. Where is this wooden block, to be exact? It's, like, taken up, it's, like, right underneath this fortress. And my tractor beam is not moving it for some reason. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. I'm an idiot. Okay. There's that floating wood block, which is going to be our new little satellite dish to replace the one on top here, because this thing is not doing anything for us. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start building. I'm planning on this thing to not be put in battle as often. I might give it some weapons, but this thing is more of just like a spy drone because on our map we can only see this area, and what I'd really like to do is expand probably out here, and I can set up a bunch of these little guys to go out there with their satellite dish. So let's start building on a body. We'll probably make it out of wood. So let's take a wood block and let's put a beam. I'll put a divider. Okay. And okay, that's looking good. And let's put some of this down. Doesn't look very professional. I know it needs to look a lot cooler. It could look a lot cooler, but right now, yeah, I'm trying to build like a drone with a satellite dish on it, so we can scout enemies in nearby areas. So we're gonna have to make a place for me to sit. So let's get a chair. Find out how to fix this chair. And we'll put it back here. I should probably take off the middle right now. Okay, so we're going to put a chair. Then we're going to put a vehicle controller. And we'll place it right there so we can control the ship if needed. Then we're going to build just a tiny little cabin area for me. In case I ever go up here, I'll have some defense from any bullets just in case. So let's try making this as sleek as possible and as light as possible. So I'll work on putting a divider down here. And then I'll take some glass so I can see out the front. Can't really see the glass blocks that well, but you know. They're there, so they'll protect me from bullets, just in case they ever come by. And then we'll take some more blocks, we'll take some wood blocks and a 2-high wood beam. And then we'll take a 3 beam. And then we'll take a wood block and some wood slopes. And there's our little captain area. Well, yeah. I'm hoping this thing will be high enough that it won't be detected by enemies. So I'm also going to put a door, but I don't know where you find doors at all in this. I wonder if it's in control. Where would you find a door? I know they exist, but oh, they're in decorations. Perfect. Okay, now let's just put a door in here and call it a day. Perfect. Now we gotta make this thing fly. So, hey, welcome Nuker to the stream. Working on a scout drone type thing. I want it to be a satellite dish on the bottom of it. So let's give it trying to find a automated control block. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. I might need to, I'm not sure yet. And then we're going to put some, let's see if there's any hot air balloon deployers. And then there's a switch, which I only need on one side, so I'm not really going to. Okay, let's see if it can fly. The weight is not balanced enough, so let's put some more of these on there. So let's get some more and see if that balances it. No, what just happened? No, that's not what we want to happen. I want all of them to deploy. Can I warp to this ship? Let's see if I can warp to it. It's somewhere out there. There it is. I'm in my little chair, but I don't want to be in there. All of them should deploy up. Very off balanced. Okay, build mode real quick. Let's put 2 more over there. And get rid of all of them. Oh, I fell off in the water. This thing is very unstable. Please, fly. No! No, I made a mistake. Because it's in the water, they won't deploy, and this thing is like leaning crazily. Just turn it off. 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 Oh. Okay, now let's see if I can balance the weight by putting a metal block on the others. I can put some stone on this side. It's pretty heavy. Should balance the weight. I'm hoping some stone will. And let's take some more of these. Put them over there. And if I press Q, they should all deploy. And there's too much stone. Okay. Let's see if it flies now. Okay, I think the balloons are too close together. So, let's go back and get out of build mode. Sorry, this game's a lot of trial and error if you haven't seen, with trying to build ships and stuff. Because, it's not that easy. But I do have an idea to change up the whole system here, to make it balanced. We'll put some... I've got an idea to make this system balanced, so we're gonna try it. If you guys have any ideas, just leave them down in the comments, because I am reading. So let's put out some wings, and let's copy and paste these on each side. Okay, so first we're gonna take these slopes. And we're gonna put these out some ways to keep this thing balanced. So we'll have these 4 arms reaching out on each side that will probably each have balloon deployers on them, so we can use hot air balloons to reach the area, or to keep this thing afloat. So let's work on that. erase these. And let's put them over there. I think I'm one too short, so I'll just fix that real quick. Perfect. Okay, now let's get some hot air balloons. And let's put one right there. One right there, and one right there. That should allow us to get some height with this thing. And then we'll put the switch in the middle. Okay, let's get our build mode. Let's press it and let's see if we fly. And now I accidentally clicked out. Okay, take us up. I don't think we're flying. And I know exactly why. Okay, release us. Okay, there we go. Up away in our new balloon drone that we just built that doesn't have a radar dish at the bottom. I don't know if it can support all the weight. And right now we are 170 meters in the air. About to reach 200 meters in the air. Okay, well, let's start building the radar dish at the bottom of this. So we'll go into under MISC. I think that's where the antenna is. And we'll put it at the bottom. Okay. And then we'll go into MISC again and we'll put down some dish pieces as well. And hopefully we can I think we reached our max altitude of 300 meters. And we're putting a radar dish on the bottom here. 300 meters is pretty good, so. Okay, let's put some more down. Okay. Let's get our build mode. Now look at all the land we just saw. Just by putting this radar dish out here. We can probably go over and conquer this zone over here. Now there's 3 zones over here, and now we can see a deep water guard base. So this is one of their bases that we just, because we built this radar antenna. Now, if we go underneath and we work on the radar dish and make it a little bit bigger, possibly we can see more. So let's just see if we can capture their full base. Okay, and let's put 2 more out on this side, because I want to find out. Okay. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, that's a base. It's a flagship. It's a base where they create their flying ships called the Atlas. Atlas is pretty tough airship to take out. And then there's some houses over here. This is a base. They have a outpost right here. Now look at all the land we can now see because we built this satellite. Unfortunately, the satellite cannot move. So let's put a chair on here and a controller, and let's try to fly this thing a little bit outwards to maybe the corner. So right now we're doing pretty good. I'm really happy with this airship that we have. Now let's see if we can also Go into control, we'll put a vehicle controller. Oh dang, this is pretty good. Okay, there's our chair. And then we'll put some air. Jet engines, no. Aileron. Do not need those because I'm not building a plane yet. And I don't need any wings or a tail. I'm not building planes, so I don't need any of that stuff. But we could either use helicopter blades to fly around. Wheel power drive wheels. We are not building a ground vehicle, but okay. Helicopter blade probably. But then we're probably gonna need to build an engine on this thing. Let's just get a... Now let's just watch how to do plane guide. Wings, ailerons, tailplanes, and jets. And the controller and the chair. No. Oh, I gotta find a way to make this thing move, don't I? Okay. Let's go look for thrusters. Now, thruster, put it with This is difficult because I don't know what I'm doing. And I could probably go look at an airship to see how they make a move. Why is it raining jet thrusters on us? I just broke one thruster. It doesn't have to rain them all the time. Okay. I'm not sure how we're gonna make this thing move because, unfortunately, I didn't think we'd get this far. For the raids, I'm planning on building a small navy of some sort with some advanced cannons on it. Hopefully, we can work on a ship today as well. But first, we're gonna need to name this drone. You guys got any ideas? And we gotta name our fortress as well. What do we want to name? What do we want to name our drone that we built, our spy vehicle? So I'll let you guys decide on a name. Once when I see one in the comments, I'll change the name. But as of now, I'm going to be trying to find a way to make this thing move. Learning about the jet guide. Jet controller? Nope. And I'm guessing that's why it's raining pieces. Oh, I fell. Let's see if I can warp back. Perfect. So, come up with a name, guys. I'm going to try to find out how to make this thing move. Oh, that's awesome. You can build airships by filling spaces with helium. Probably use helicopter power. Okay, I'm just building a helicopter blade to see how this works. Okay. If we put it into T, oh, we need a complex controller. Do we really? U, J, H, and Q. So let's go over here and put a control terminal down to see what we need to do. Oh god. Why is there just a bunch of jet engines that just fell on our ship? Aye, aye, aye. Bad. Well, you guys are gonna have to come up with a nickname for this satellite. And we're slowly sinking, if anybody was wondering. Because of all these jet engines that just fell on our ship. Well, that sucks. Hopefully they'll despawn. I don't know how to make anything move unless we're doing the water, because then we can use propellers, which I know how to do. Airs, jet engines. Let's try some jet engines. Which, this one will be T. I don't know which way the ship's face. Oh. This one can be T. This one can be G. I'll put you on oh, look at this. We can fly now. But we have all this on our ship. So I can't really see my chair. But let's fly. Very slowly. If I press T, this should be activating. T. Or does it need... Or do we need to put like a simple little engine on here? Then if we do, let's build an engine real quick. I know! Can we like get this stuff off? If you guys have any names for this satellite, you know, suggest them. I can't see what I'm trying to build here. You know what? We'll work on this later. Maybe if I just go back down there. Or I can use the tractor beam. That's what I'll use. To bring it back down. Yes. We fixed it. But now we're like leaning at an angle that I don't like. Let me see if I can get this fixed real quick. Okay. So let's build a fuel engine real quick by literally just placing a block right here, put a block right there. Put 2 engines on this thing, we'll give it a crankshaft. Okay. We'll literally make a tiny engine on both sides. Okay? And we'll just put... That means this thing's gonna need fuel and everything. I don't want to do fuel and stuff. Wait, why isn't this working? Provide a large amount of thrust while above water. Thrust will be connected. Press U. Providing 100% force directly forwards due to placement behind center of mass. Okay, so if I get out of... Okay, so let's put down some more engines, I guess. I guess every ship does need an engine. The Abomination. Now, the Abomination, why do you think it deserves that name? I'm just wondering. What made you think of that name? Then we'll put a carburetor. I don't know if that's going to connect. Oh, crap, I didn't put any cylinders on here. There we go. Now, these engines look a little bit off-centered. But, oh well. Maybe if I bring it out some more. Yep, that looks good enough to me. Then we'll put some carburetor. We don't have any fuel for these engines yet, unfortunately. So, what's our altitude at? We're still flying good. We've got 2 engines. Put some superchargers on it. Don't really want to add too much weight. Okay, and then let's put some resources, and then we'll put some fuel storage. Okay. On the wings, we'll put some fuel storage. Like 1 on each wing. So how much fuel does this have? We got 8,000 power. $8,000. Oh no, we got 2,000. And there's too much weight on one side of the ship, but let's try. Hey, look at that. see now. Where did our balloons go? Why are we falling? Deploy balloons! Deploy balloons! I think my phone died. Wow. Okay, I cannot look at the chat as of now, but we can fly. Look at that. We are moving. Very slow pace. But I'm gonna pull us out of play now.
Listening. Listening.
And I'm gonna move you right there.
Moving out.
And I'm gonna pull you out of play.
Receiving.
And 10 times speed. Let's see how long it takes you to move there.
Moving now.
Nope.
Moving now.
You stay.
Listening.
I don't want you part of the same fleet. Can we separate you? This will be called, Air Force 1. We can change the, fleet name later.
Moving now.
Is that my fortress?
Moving now. Moving out.
There we go.
Listening.
Okay, you're the flagship vehicle. Your name. You are part of Air Force 1 as of now. You're in the different fleet.
Listening.
Okay, now we're gonna put you at the very
Moving
corner
out.
so we can look at the border expand.
Moving out. Moving out.
Because I don't want to walk into anybody else's territories. So we'll put you on the very corner,
Moving out.
right there. And we'll put back to 1 times speed. Okay, I'll put all these forces in play.
Receiving.
We're gonna have you fly. I don't want you on the ground. There you go. As you go higher up in the sky, you should be able to observe more land. Hopefully. Let's see how much land our satellite can now see. It might be a lower circle because it can't go as high as it used to go. Looks like it's getting bigger. We've now got most of this island. We've got we might want to build a base on this island, or we might want to capture this base. Yes, you can capture ships if you guys were wondering. If you board a ship and kill all the AI on it, you can make it your own. We are still going higher, aren't we? Because now we have some of this. Yeah, our altitude's about 258. We're not going to go much higher. But we got our own engines up here. We got our fuel. Should be good, I think. I don't know if this thing's going to run out of fuel. If we keep making more at our home base over there. But that's an enemy base over there. Right over there. So we might want to stay away from those spots. But we now built our satellite. We can now see a whole bunch more. And now we might want to start building some of our combat ships. If you guys have a name for this airship that we just built, remember, tell me down below in those comments when I get the time to read them. Could be something funny. Could be like satellite, which is very basic. But somewhere in the sky is our satellite, right there. Okay, I'm going to save game. Right here. I'm going to call it the this one's the YouTube series. The test is where I just mess around with things. Okay, now I can return to main menu and I can equip. I can go and put in binoculars, single player. I guess I don't have anything. Okay, I bet select the profile, test, select player, character sheet, binocular. We're going to SMG, and that's it. And then we're going to go back, single player load campaign, go back, and we can play where we left off. Right now I'm going to go look at the comments. So I'm going to go over to option, video, full screen it. And I can go over to the comments. I think we've got one person watching right now, which is good. Got any names? Okay. I'm back. I'm just... Okay, it's gonna be called Santa Claus. Okay, I just read the comments. I don't really have a name chosen yet. If it goes for the worst, we're gonna call it Santa Claus. But we don't need... We can keep this satellite up here. It's really not doing anything for us, to be honest. Now, this is a pretty neat cannon. I think we're gonna start wanting to build some little gunships. Let's test out our cannons real quick. Oh, we've saved up tons of resources. I think we should start building a big battleship, in my opinion. So let's start working on a new fleet. So go over here and let's go over here and vehicle. Let's go over here. There we go. Oh, I fell off my boat. As of now, we're probably going to do some wooden boats until we get some metal saved up for some metal boats. But let's get down these metal beams. So we can build the boat. Oh, I dropped myself in the water, but oh well. Now, how big are we going to have this boat? We can go for a pretty moderate size. Like this big, probably. Put this thing down the middle. I'm not going to make it too big of a battleship, just because I don't want to put that much time into a small battleship, because we need something to go fight and claim land for us as of right now. So let's see what we've got. Wedge, is that what we need? No. I'm pretty sure they have a version where this is 4 wide, but I just can't find it. Downslope 1 meter. Wedge? I don't know what a wedge is. Is this... Nope. There we go. Now let's work on our... Nope, that's not it. Not it. Not it. Now once you look at it, I guess these are the only ones. I probably want to go with the 2 slope, just to make our ship or 1 slope, because this is not really working out for my ship. We're just trying to build the best ship we possibly can, but then we're gonna have to start programming the combat AI, which is not going to be fun at all for this ship. So if you guys want to watch, you guys still can. If you guys came up with any names for that ship, I'm about to check really soon. For that new ship we built, I'm about to check like right now. Working on building this super long ship. This will be like the bottom-ish of the ship, so I'm gonna probably put some stone down here to keep the ship balanced. So I'm gonna put some stone down here. This should keep the ship balanced. Okay, I'll build this up another wall. Already built it up too, didn't I? So I didn't really need to do that. Oops. Okay, let's increase the wall size again. Because right now we're building our first wooden battleship. I wish this thing was not in low power. I don't think it's charging. I think it's broken. The charging cable on this. So I'm trying to fix this. Okay. I'm going to go over to the YouTube comments real quick and look at what you guys have suggested for the ship. Okay. We've got 1 person watching. Awesome. Now I know that I'm at least talking to somebody, and I don't feel stupid. Okay, so the SS Alex, Killer Angel, Santa Claus, Ahmad, the USS Polygon. Now, should we name our ships like with our own system of code? Like, because it's a drone, we'll probably call it the... We don't even have a faction name. What should our faction name, guys, be? We need a faction name first. Anybody think of one yet? Okay, I think this is good enough for a boat. We can probably put this 2 more high and start working on some I don't even know if this thing will float yet. And then we gotta put the front on it, so let's put this here and that there. Let's put the deck. It's not letting me. What? Oh well. Shouldn't take too long to put the deck in here. Is the tractor beam even still working? On and oh god, that's not really helping. See if we can just put it at a normal elevation. You know what? Looks good enough. Can't really complain, can I? But unfortunately, guys, I think we might be coming to an end with today's live stream. But if you guys did enjoy this live stream, please tell me down below. We'll finish working on this ship that we still haven't named. Next time we can probably name the this ship and the drone we built as well. It's all up to you guys. You guys gotta come up with the names. So I'm trying to work on the bottom here because it's not really like as easy as I wanted it to be. It should be like, now I'm just copying the side here, which I guess is fine. Okay, let's see if I can now bring it up one. I think that's looking good for the front. This is going to be some pretty big ship, I just realized. Well, at least we'll have time next episode to work on this ship. I'm just going to finish up the front here and see how it looks. Because I just want to know how the ship's gonna look. So it's gonna probably look something like that. Most likely. And then we'll fill it in with some engines, some fuel storage, and we'll make the edges look a lot nicer. Yeah, it's gonna be a good ship. Unfortunately, the back still has a hole in it, and we didn't really work on that. We'll smooth out the edges a bit more. And we'll probably make the ship get in motion. We'll build the captain's quarters, and we'll add a bunch of guns to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Remember the stuff for next time. We'll continue the series. Let's look at the map real quick and see if they've sent.
Listening. Listening.
Wait, what happened to this ship? Okay, I'm gonna have to go to this ship real quick because I think this ship just crashed into the ocean. And I'm probably gonna have to build a controller for this real quick. So let's go into control, we'll put a automated control block. Why can't I not put that on? Why can't I not put the stuff on it? Won't let me build for some reason. Why not? I want to put an automated control block so this will always stay up. But let's see if they're sending any enemies our way. Nope. Okay, if next next time, if we finish building this ship, we will go and conquer this land zone over here, number 12. 12 is a pretty low number, so we'll probably be able to take it out. So, next time, we will... I still want to figure out how to... Why can't I build on this ship? Because I got no material storage. What if I put material storage up here? Resources. I'll put, like, a tiny little... I can't even put a material storage on here. Now, why is that? Interesting. But next time, guys, we will start working on some new ships. We're going to do some raids, and we're going to build some new things. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. This is Alex from the Bros Films channel, signing out. Remember, guys, come up with some names. We're going to go raid some people, and we're going to watch our ships win some fights and tear down other enemies. It's going to be freaking awesome. I promise you, we're going to see ships blow up. Hopefully they're not mine. So let's save the game. And let's return to the main menu. Peace.